witnesses, things like that, so. But at this point, I anticipate we would be ready for a February trial, unless there's some new discovery that is turned over, but as of right now, I think I have everything the state has.
Nothing I hear. I anticipate that we would be ready in February as well, barring something else presented.
Anticipating ready.
Continued status check is going to be November 6th at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Oh, now it's Mr. Draskovich. Oh, can we call Telus now?
Yeah, we're ready.
Is that right, everybody here? State versus Telus, C368935. He's present, he's in custody. Okay, good morning.
Morning, Robert Drasky on his behalf.
Good morning, Your Honor. Pam Markley and Chris Younger on behalf of the state.
I'm David Chavez, 1.1 and 2 on behalf of the Review Journal, and present via Zoom is Ashley Kissinger.
Is she signed in under your name?
I guess so.
Okay. Good morning. All right, what, can we have an update?
Yeah,
We are still on track to produce by August 12th, beginning of the trial date.
So the first day of trial.
Yes, Your Honor, which is, I think, Monday.
yeah, that's right.
That's Monday.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, how's that going to affect, I mean, it doesn't look like we're starting on Monday.
I mean, depending upon what's exactly going to be turned over at this time, obviously we want to keep our trial date and we want to
Sure.
proceed. What time does Your Honor generally begin jury selection? What time does Your Honor plan on beginning jury selection?
I mean, right, we already have our panel because we did
Yes.
the questionnaire.
Correct.
So we could,
What time would be present with the potential jurors?
oh, what time? Right, we would probably have to start at 11 a.m. on Monday. Or, I mean, we could start earlier and then just take a break for that hearing. I have a hearing set at 10:30.
Could we
Isaac
start
George.
perhaps at 1 o'clock on Monday? I think
Sure, I mean, do you need to start in the afternoon?
that would be better given the current circumstances.
Right, maybe you guys can get the documents and then be prepared to inform the court whether you can proceed.
Yeah, are they producing Monday morning? Because or Monday at 5.
So,
Good question.
Yeah, so our plan is to produce on Monday morning.
Okay, are you gonna come here and produce them here? How are they gonna be produced?
So when we produce the information from the laptop, I dropped them off at everyone's respective offices. I was prepared to do the same thing for the laptop.
Okay,
We will be flying in an expert to review everything in short matter. So, I mean, he's arriving over the weekend, so yeah, Monday morning would be obviously preferable.
okay, then we can just continue our matter till Monday at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And then we can make a determination as to how we're gonna proceed and whether we start with jury selection. Okay, how many witnesses does the state have and how long do you think it will take?
We have about 20 witnesses. We think we will finish. Well, it kind of depends on jury selection and this timing a little bit, but I believe we'll be done with our case at the end of the day on Friday.
So about 5 judicial days?
Yes.
We have at least a dozen witnesses noticed up. We have potential expert witnesses. I would anticipate our case in chief lasting well into the next week. So,
Okay, so 10 days?
correct.
All right, and the attorneys that are going to be trying the case, they're all here today?
Mr. Horvath will be accompanying me. He's covering other matters, but yes, for the state.
We'll be here.
All righty, so Monday at 1 o'clock. We also have a couple of motions on. I don't know, do you want to argue them today?
The matters have been, I'd be happy to argue on Monday, court's pleasure. Everything's been laid out, our position's laid out. These issues have been addressed in different ways previously. We just wanted to make sure that the record was complete.
Okay, then you can decide on Monday.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
We do have one other matter. I got a call yesterday. We have a licensed private investigator who predates my involvement in this case. He called me last night. He was concerned he's being denied visitation. We prepared an order. We don't have any issues. We've come this far. He needs to have access to my client during regular visitation hours. He was taking some paperwork, legal paperwork. He was denied access. You know, this can't happen, especially now.
Well, what was the reason?
They just said that certain investigators, certain private investigators are not to have access, contact visits with defendants, which obviously is violative of the Department of Justice guidelines. I
Have
haven't.
you been going to the jail?
He has been up until yesterday, yes. And obviously, with all that's going on, obviously I need the investigator, a licensed investigator, we don't have access
Who
to
is
my
it?
client. Rick Frankie. I have an order that's prepared, I showed it to the state, that just says that he's to have access to my client, to our client during business, during the non-lockdown hours.
He's been going over there routinely? And
He has been, yes,
Just yesterday,
correct.
no reason?
None that he was given, other than that they've now changed the policy concerning non-attorney visits. And he went there with paperwork to give Mr. Tellis.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want me to sign each one?
Or we could make copies. I would just ask that we have a file stamp copy so Mr. Frankie can go to the jail with a file stamp copy.
Okay, so we'll
Thank you,
file
Your
it
Honor.
in court. We'll make sure you get a file stamp copy. We'll see you on Monday at 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else ready? Mr. Lugo?
Yes, thanks. If we could start with page 14, Mr. Garbarino. Oh, sorry.
Page C, 374014. Good morning, he is present. He's in custody. All right. Looks like we have a settlement conference set.
We do. For the 20th, we have a settlement conference, which we're looking forward to. And then, other than that, I don't have any other discovery issues with Ms. Renetti. I know that an expert that we've been in contact with